Just want to get lit. We just want to get.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Welcome, everybody, to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington football team and the New York Giants. Garoppolo on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. 4 catches, 67 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw complete there to Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Garoppolo. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now?
Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Point after here coming up. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 54 yards.
And partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
And we pause a moment here because wide receiver Kenny Galladay still down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of the times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game. I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And Washington going to add on to their lead. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point safely through, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kadarius Toney, his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
From the 38, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Fighting through, and he's got space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think
that's into a crowd and intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. O'Shane Ximines in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take out all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
If he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On 2nd and a couple, Garoppolo. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Gano the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. To throw on 2nd and 6, Garoppolo. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Watkins. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. On first down, Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. Open man right side is Tony. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And remember, this this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. So we have come upon...
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2nd and 11. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And just like that, it's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo.
And yet again, it's McLaurin.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
122 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run with Gibson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. And his kick here is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up fourth down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this one is incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Working with a 2nd and 4. Gibson again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Here's a give to Gibson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Garoppolo now. Touchdown! It's complete. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They juked him, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that falls to the ground. Incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gano the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 137 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Garoppolo, and Thomas has it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Once more, Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence